Let's talk about the New York Knicks, how the Knicks got in the position and how this could probably be the end of the road for them. Make sure to watch until the end as we break it down bit by bit. The New York Knicks have been facing some serious challenges this season, and it's safe to say that it's really not looking pretty. I mean, they've been without key players like Mitchell Robinson, OG Anunoby, who've both been in and out of the lineup due to injuries, and most importantly, the recent news that All-Star and All-NBA talent Julius Randle has gone down with a season-ending shoulder injury. Things aren't looking bright for the state of New York. Just this past week, Robinson made his comeback, hitting the court after a 4-month hiatus. In just 12 minutes, he showed us what he's made of. 2 blocks, 2 rebounds, and 8 points. Get this, he didn't miss a single shot, nailing all 3 field goals. However, shortly after that, Robinson barely played the next few games due to a minute restriction, which is understandable. However, the question that is needed to be answered here is whether or not come playoff time, will Robinson be at 100% and can the Knicks trust him in fulfilling his role for the team as a shot blocker and rebounder? This is very crucial, as Mitchell Robinson isn't just another player on the Knicks roster, but he's one of the keys to potentially helping the Knicks go on a deep playoff run. And with him dealing with injury, not being at 100% could cost the Knicks this chance. Another player who's also crucial to the team's success is OG Anunoby. Anunoby, who suffered a right elbow on January 27 against the Miami Heat, according to a source from Bleacher Report per Michael Scotto, and I quote, "He's doing well. He's getting closer. We're optimistic, cautiously optimistic." To add another report stated by Tom Thibodeau regarding the status of OG Anunoby, he claimed that OG has been given the green light on playing 5-on-5 basketball in practice.
4-on-4, 5-on-5? Yeah.
Anunoby, who once got traded to New York, immediately made an impact, boasting the Knicks a 15-2 record. During the 17 games he has played healthy with the Knicks, he has averaged 14.5 points, 4.9 rebounds, 1.7 steals, and 1.1 blocks, which are pretty solid numbers, especially for a third option. Without him in the court, the Knicks are left with a terrible 9-17 record in late January when the injury occurred. Anunoby was the final piece of the puzzle the Knicks had been looking for as the man who can do it all with his suffocating defense, rebounding, moving off the ball, running the floor, and being versatile in offense. He made the Knicks look like a legitimate threat in the court. And with all the news and rumors surrounding OG's return, things are looking good for New York again. Or so have we thought. Julius Randle, who him and the organization thought would make a late-season return, will unfortunately be undergoing surgery for his right shoulder. This news left Knicks fans devastated, as Randle's absence leaves a glaring gap in the Knicks' offensive firepower. Randle, who's the second option for the Knicks with averages of 24 points, 9.2 rebounds, 5 assists, and shooting at a respectable 47%, has been huge for New York, especially along with his co-star Jalen Brunson, who could use some of his help as of late in carrying the Knicks' offense, as Randle's presence on the court is like a shield for Brunson. As without him, the Knicks have a record of just 15-14, so you can clearly see why having Randle in the mix changes the whole dynamic. And along with OG, they had a record of 12-2 and had the league's best defense during that stretch. And it is highly unfortunate for Knicks fans and for both OG and Randle to not be able to hit the court together again this season, as the Knicks could use some of their talents heading into this year's playoffs. Injuries aside and all, how about we talk about that bold claim that this could be the best New York Knicks team of all time when fully healthy? Now that's some serious praise, I tell ya. But they've got some big shoes to fill, considering the legendary 1973-74 Knicks, led by icons like Walt Clyde Frazier, Earl the Pearl Monroe, and the indomitable Willis Reed, who clinched the championship. The current Knicks squad has some proving to do. With their depth and talent, they just might be up for the challenge. Take, for instance, their matchup against the defending champs Denver Nuggets, where they laid down the law with a commanding 122-84 victory. The Knicks were in their A-game, shooting 52.9% from the field and 39.5% from downtown, while holding the Nuggets to just 40.5% shooting overall and a dismal 19.2% from beyond the arc. It was a true team effort in the scoring department, with Julius Randle dropping 17 points, OG adding 26, Jalen Brunson contributing 21, DiVincenzo with 16, and McBride chipping in 13. Now let's not forget about Grimes, who despite getting traded later on, put up 19 points in a standout performance. But it wasn't just about the offense. The Knicks showcased elite-level defense, limiting the Nuggets to 18 points in the fourth quarter, 21 in the first, 20 in the second, and 25 in the third. And if that wasn't impressive enough, they followed it up with a convincing 125-109 victory over the Miami Heat. The Knicks are definitely a force to be reckoned with when they're at full strength and fully healthy. Definitely interesting to imagine what the New York Knicks will look like when they're firing on all cylinders. Jalen Brunson orchestrating plays at the 1 with Donte DiVincenzo backing him up at the 2, then you've got OG Anunoby holding it down at the 3. alongside the powerhouse Julius Randle at the 4 and Isaiah Hartenstein anchoring the paint at the 5. The bench is stacked too, featuring Josh Hart, Miles McBride, Bojan Bogdanovic, and the pressure-packed presence of Achua. Now when it comes to divvying up minutes, it's a whole different ballgame. Brunson, DiVincenzo, and the crew are practically locks for 40-plus minutes a game. And let's not forget about Hartenstein, Mitchell, and Achua holding down the center position. OG's defensive prowess practically demands 40 minutes of court time. So with all these pieces in play, the real question is, how do you strike the perfect balance and distribute those precious minutes? It's a head-scratcher for sure, but one thing's for certain. When the Knicks are at full strength, they're going to be a force to be reckoned with, and again, I would understand how irritating this would feel for Knicks fans not being able to witness the Knicks in full strength. Since with Randle and OG's absences, teams are going to throw everything but the kitchen sink at Jalen Brunson, and expecting other guys like DiVincenzo and Hart to step up to the plate consistently might be wishful thinking, and won't be too good in the long run, since they could possibly end up in the same fate as like their two stars, especially with them playing a lot of heavy minutes as of late. And speaking of, now heading late into this season despite all the injuries and struggles facing the Knicks, they seem to be in a somehow comfortable position right in the middle with a 5th seed tied with the Magic with a 45-31 record. With heroics mainly from the Villanova bros, namely Jalen Brunson and Donte DiVincenzo and Josh Hart. Brunson, who in the last 10 games is solely responsible for them winning 6 of the last 10, showcasing his scoring talent and playmaking ability that doesn't get talked about much as well. Brunson averaged 32 points and 7 assists, shooting 49% from the field and 38% from 3, and same thing can be said to Donte DiVincenzo as well, with him averaging 22 points, shooting 46% from the field, 41% from 3, and accumulating 1.8 steals. Let's not forget about Josh Hart too, who I think is the best rebounding guard in the league considering his size. Josh Hart, whose game goes beyond the stat sheet. Knicks fans know what I'm talking about. This man is the heart and soul of the team. He plays with effort and intensity. There's a reason why Tom Thibodeau plays him 40-plus minutes lately. That's mainly because of his defense and rebounding tenacity, with him averaging 10.2 rebounds in his last few games, as well as 10.3 points and 6.9 assists. Those are all great numbers, and I'm betting that most Knicks fans are appreciative and would look forward to more of their performances as well, as they want all the W's heading into the playoffs with home court advantage. But like what I've previously mentioned, with a lot of the heavy hitters in the East like the Celtics, Bucks, and the 76ers who recently had Embiid back, I highly doubt that the Knicks would have an easy trip to the playoffs. Sure, playoff Brunson would show up without question, but with the Knicks limited with options on both sides of the ball, things wouldn't go as smoothly as Knicks fans would hope for, as 2 of their rotation players are not at 100% and their second option wouldn't be able to play the remaining games of the season. But let me know what you guys think. Is it over for the New York Knicks, or is this a new beginning for their come-up? Let me know in the comments. And as always, if you enjoyed the video, make sure to subscribe to Hoop Pulse. Hit that notification bell so that you can be updated on our newest videos. Thanks for watching.